Hey, how's it going, guys? So just thought I'd play a little GTA 4 today. Mainly because I wanted to share something with you. I wanted to share this a tip, I suppose it is. You know, when you run out of guns and ammo and what have you, and you want to do a mission, you don't have any money to be. Well, I mean, maybe that only happens to me. I tend to run out of money and guns an awful lot. So one thing I found was, and I know this is no secret. I mean, we all know that if you steal a cop car, you get a shotgun. And we also know that there's a lot of stationary cop cars parked around the place. I don't know if they all, constantly stay there all the time, but I found one that does. I think it's in South Bohan. This one here. I'll just look at the map. Where's the? There we go. Yeah, it's down by where our first safe house was. I think our safe house was here somewhere. It's after getting burnt out, so it's not there anymore. But it's just up the road. And it seems to be always there. And now the only danger with taking this cop car is these few cops over here. What am I doing ringing somebody? Get off the phone. Yeah, see these three guys? Cops. They're the only kind of obstacle to taking this car. Now, they're on foot, so they're not going to put up much of a fight, Hold on. He seems to be showing an interest in me. He's looking at me. Never mind. Okay, so here we go. Come on, Nico, get in. Okay, so they're after me. But, I'm in a car, so hard luck, guys. Now, what I always do is turn around and head up the road here. And you really don't have to go far before they stop chasing me. I think the top of this hill, and that's about it. They give up the ghost. Okay, we're outside of the radar now. Another cop car now. That's just my luck. Any other time we did this, there was nobody else up here. Okay, I'll have to drive a little bit further. But anyway, another thing I wanted to make this video for was I wanted to talk about HMV. I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but HMV went into receivership yesterday. Right now, they're still in business. They've appointed an administrator or something like that. I don't really understand the ins and outs of it. It's all fucking legalese and what have you. But the thing is, right? It's all over the news that this is happening, but they're still in business. They're still operating. Do you know what I mean? You can still go in and buy CDs. But the only thing is, no, that's it. They've stopped chasing me. I want to just go back to where I was. Yeah, it's pretty much a straight run. Yeah, you can still go in and buy CDs. Everything is normal, business as usual, right? But there's only one difference. If you have a voucher, if somebody got you a voucher for Christmas, 20 euros worth of whatever, they're not going to cash that in. They're not accepting the vouchers anymore. Am I going the right way? I think this is the right way. Yeah, so basically, let's say my brother bought me a voucher for Christmas, right? He spent 20 euro on a piece of paper that says that I can get 20 euros worth of CDs. So I go into HMV yesterday. This isn't what happened, but this is what could have happened. And I pick up a couple of CDs, go to the counter, and they say, "Oh, we're in receivership. We're not accepting vouchers at the moment." Are you fucking joking me? They have a word for that. That's called theft. They've taken 20 euros off somebody and they haven't given them 20 euros worth of products. It's absolute bullshit. Okay, here I am. I'm back at the cop car again, right? The cop car, it keeps respawning in the same spot. And you can just take it again. So I've got a shotgun from that cop car. Now I'm going to get a shotgun from that cop car. And I'm just building up my ammo all the time. Now here's a little tip. You can keep doing this again and again and again. One thing I like to do is, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get the car started, or sometimes some jackass will get in your way. Make things difficult. Hold on, there's a cop there. Yeah, and for whatever reason, these three schmucks here, sometimes we'll actually manage to arrest me. So what I like to do is when I come back to the scene of the crime, I park a car here in front of them, so that when they come running to get me for robbing this car, they're sort of, hindered. See, the car's in the way. They can't get to me because they're idiots. So yeah, it's theft. Now here's the thing, if we did have a voucher for HMV, whether it was 5 euros or 20 euros or 50 euros, I don't care, could have been a voucher for 2 euros, I'd still be super pissed off. And if I went in there and I tried to spend that voucher and they didn't honour it, you better believe I'm leaving that shop with 20 euros worth of gear. Right? Whether I go to the cash register with it or not is another thing. But there's no way on this earth that a company as big as that is going to rip me off 20 quid. Not a hope in hell. I want to share with you a little story. Something that happened to me a few years ago. I was in HMV, and I was in there with a mate, and we split up. And this is back when you used to be able to listen to CDs at these little stands where they had headphones. So I was listening to this CD, and I thought it was pretty good. Wanted my friend to hear it, so I'm walking around with the CD in my hand. Next of all, I bumped into him. We started talking about something else. I forgot what I was going to say to him, and we walked out of the shop. So the alarm starts going off. I look around to see who the thief is. Next of all, the security guard comes running out and kind of grabs him by the shoulder. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And he points down at the CD in my hand. So obviously, I was embarrassed. I said, oh my God, Jesus, I can't believe I did that. And he knew straight away, because I was embarrassed, fuck off, little Jacob. Because I was embarrassed, he knew I was a genuine case. Right? And I mean, here's another thing. If you're going to rob a CD from a shop, are you going to walk out with it in your hand? Of course you're not. Why would you think you'd get away with that? There's not a hope in hell you'd get away with that. So anyway, I gave him the CD. We had a bit of a laugh. There was a couple of people standing around laughing at me. That's fine. We all live and learn. But the point is, a few minutes later it occurred to me that he was so, believing, because I was so embarrassed of him, he didn't question for 1 minute that I could possibly have 20 more CDs up my jumper. Now, I'm not a thief, and I don't advocate, robbery, burglary, whatever. I don't think it's burglary. I think burglary is when you go into someone's house, isn't it? Oh, that cop came dangerously close. It's ironic that I say that when I'm stealing the cop car. But I don't agree with stealing, and it's one of these faceless crimes. I don't believe that either, because it's, you're harming a business, and the more crimes, more things that are stolen from a business, the more it harms the business, and when the business gets harmed, the staff gets harmed. HMV is on its way out, okay? And the only people who are going to suffer because HMV is closing are the staff. You better believe the directors and the bigger shareholders, they're not going to suffer, okay? And here's the thing, right? I don't know about anywhere else. I think they have 239 stores in Ireland and England. I don't know about England, but in Ireland, they've got the monopoly. There's literally nowhere else you can buy CDs. I think there's Golden Discs, right? And I don't even think you can call that a chain. I think there's like one shop in the city centre, and it's about as big as this room. And then Dolphin Discs, does Dolphin Discs even exist anymore? If it does, same again. It's probably about half the size of this room, actually. Hey, a hooker. Where was I going? Yeah, so basically, they had the monopoly. There was no competition, really. They were the biggest and the most famous, and what have you. I'm completely lost. Where am I? Map. Down here, somewhere. Near the t-shirt place. What's my point? Yeah. How did they fuck that up? How did they go from being like the #1 music store to basically failing as a business? And my guess is that they tried to be bigger than they possibly needed to be, because all business, people in business, everything has to be bigger. How can we maximise our profits? How can we do this? How can we do everything on a fucking grand scale? Instead of trimming things down and staying in business, basically. See, they don't care about staying in business. They're looking at the moment for someone to buy the chain or buy the name or the brand or whatever. So it's all about profit for them. They don't care about keeping a shop open. That's kind of old school thinking there. The kind of thinking where you're worrying about your staff, maybe. So anyway, to basically sum up everything I've just said, I don't agree with stealing. I gave you an example of a day where I almost stole by accident, and how one might possibly, if one were so inclined, to take that story and I'll say no more because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, if they're going to rob from us, say no. We're all on the same page here. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that. Stay in school, kids.